It's official, folks. Team Canada has gone undefeated throughout the group stage due to some heroics throughout this tournament by RJ, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Andrew Nemhard. Today, Team Canada has really started off these Olympic Games very, very well, and now we're going to find out today. We're going to break down the specific scenarios about how Team Canada can potentially avoid the United States or different teams throughout the next sort of round of knockout competition. So we're going to dive into all of this news after Team Canada's nice 3-point victory over Spain. A bit of a thriller at the end. It felt like they almost were going to choke it away, but they were able to pull through, get the W down the stretch, and go undefeated throughout an absolute, bloodbath that was the initial sort of group stage for Team Canada basketball. But before we dive into any of that, folks, we're proud to announce that this video is brought to you by a proud partner of Team Canada basketball, Rentals.ca. And while they've been helping our national team defend their home court overseas, Rentals.ca has been helping you guys find condos, houses, apartments all across the country, whether you're in Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, Calgary, Halifax, Mississauga, Edmonton, Victoria, St. John's, Charlottetown, coast to coast. Rentals.ca helps you find the perfect place to move at a great price. Their website's extremely clean, it's easy to use, and you can pinpoint exactly on the map where you'd like to move and find your next rental place. So definitely check out Rentals.ca. Their link is in the description as well as the pinned comment of this video. So make sure you guys do check them out. Definitely just click on the site, check them out, find your next place to move. So shout out to Rentals.ca for supporting the channel, for supporting Team Canada basketball, and most importantly, supporting you guys and finding your next rental destination. It's a fun website to even scroll through and find your next place, so definitely check out Rentals.ca. It means the world to me. But let's dive into something else that means the world to me as well. It's Team Canada getting some wins. And this one, again, was a pretty solid W. Team Spain came out and was very engaged, was very, not going to roll over and get taken out by Canada unless they were going to put up a fight. But Team Canada was able to pull it out, had most of the lead, especially for the second half, but Spain definitely made their push. But the first guy I want to give credit to, give praise to, is Andrew Nemhard, who, for Team Canada, hasn't had the biggest of tournaments, the biggest of performances for Team Canada throughout these Olympic Games, but definitely showed out what he can do as a scorer out here tonight. 18 points in this game for Andrew Nemhard. Shot 8 of 10 from the field, 2 of 3 from the three-point line, had 2 assists, and was just hitting some buckets, especially in the first half. Just really a smooth stroke on Andrew Nemhard's game. And we saw for the Indiana Pacers throughout this year's playoffs, Andrew Nemhard was the 31st overall pick, a guy that I know a lot of Raptors fans were hopeful would fall to them in that year's NBA draft. He has been an absolute bucket getter, and just a guy that really can space the floor, be athletic, finish on the defensive end, has great speed, and hits some tough shots, tough middies, long threes and stuff. Just a very well-rounded scorer tonight. Kind of looked like what I feel like a lot of Team Canada fans have been hoping Jamal Murray would really be for Team Canada throughout these Olympic Games. Because Murray, again, himself, 2 of 5 from the field tonight, 0 of 3 from the three-point line. My face is getting in the way there. Only 4 points in this one. So Andrew Nemhard has kind of stepped up, at least in today's game against Spain. And we needed every single one of those buckets, especially with that sort of late games, I don't want to say collapse, but the nervousness kind of got into the mix there. But shout out to Andrew Nemhard, who really stepped up off the bench for Team Canada in this game today. But it wasn't just him. Obviously, the one guy that has 2 guys that have been really consistent, and I want to give credit to our man, our guy, RJ Barrett, who, him with Neymar right there. RJ Barrett has just become an absolute beast, a monster throughout these Olympic Games, and we've seen it. Since he got traded to the Toronto Raptors, he's elevated his game, his slashing, his efficiency, his shooting. All that stuff has done really well for him, and now for Team Canada in Olympic basketball, he's playing the same type of way. And, looking at the stats in terms of what's going on for RJ Barrett there, right, in this game, again, that's the Spanish stats. RJ Barrett in this one, 16 points, 3 assists, able to slash the rim, knock down his free throws. It felt like Spain had really locked in on him on the defensive end, but still, the way he gets the rim, his ball control, just getting the basket so smooth, and has me really, really excited because we know the strength he has, having players bounce off him, and I feel like he leaned into that a little bit too much at times over the course of his career because he'll just throw himself into people and they'll bounce off and they'll finish, and it can lead him to be out of control a little bit. But in these games so far in the Olympics, his touch, his decision-making, his body control has just been really something to witness, and looks even improved from this season for the Toronto Raptors. So that's a huge positive. And then, we have to talk about the guy, the man, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who is a dude that's been. I've declared him the best player in the world. I don't care. I'm rooting for my Team Canada guy, an MVP level player. Right, 20 points in tonight's game today's game as well. Got to the free throw line a ton. They couldn't stay in front of Shai. They had to foul him on a ton of possessions. I mean, 5-11 from the field, knocked down his shots. Shai's just that guy. Shai, RJ, and Andrew Nemhard in this one looked really, really good. And Dylan Brooks, only 2 fouls, which is a huge positive in this game, right? 13 points, 4 rebounds, looking engaged. That's a nice stroke, man. He just went. Dylan Brooks, it's either a really ugly miss or it's just pure butter, pure cash. That's one thing I'm noticing from Dylan Brooks, getting to watch him a ton over these Olympic games. So that's a huge positive there for Team Canada. But this team's looking well-rounded, looking engaged. We actually got some Kelly Olynyk minutes in today's action. Not a ton of production, but 2 points for this one, 2 fouls, 2 turnovers, but definitely got a little bit more run. Again, the minutes aren't ever updated on these Olympic game stats. Trey Lyles knocked down a nice 3, just not a crazy standout game. Dwight Powell finished around the bucket. Lou Dort didn't do too much in the starting lineup. Played some solid defense, but basically Team Canada had a lot of guys step up in different areas. But now comes the quarterfinals. Now comes the knockout stage, which is the big sort of moment for these Team Canada players, right? The moment we're all pointed to. RJ Barrett's looking ahead for these games, and essentially there's a few things that can go down now. So what we're looking forward to. So essentially, Canada beats Spain 88-85. Canada finishes with a 3-0 record with a +20. And now await the France-Germany outcome and plus-minus, and technically the USA tomorrow to see if they'll be in pot 1 or part 2 for the quarterfinals draw. Either way, great work in the group phase, and quarters are Tuesday. So essentially, there's a couple ways that we can avoid the United States, but it can get a little bit convoluted. But the easy one is for France to win today by 1 to 3 points. So essentially, this game, which might be going on now by the time this video is uploaded, if France wins by 1 to 3 points against Germany today, then Team Canada will avoid the United States in that sort of restructuring in the quarterfinals and these types of phases. So again, the USA are the favorites, and obviously Team Canada, we want to sort of get to a spot where we're competing with the United States in the championship, rather than, one of these rounds. So that's the difference kind of between silver and bronze. If we're going to lose to the States, again, I'm hopeful Team Canada comes out and gets some wins, is able to beat the United States. I don't think it's completely impossible, but that's kind of, ideally, we wait for them in the gold medal game. That's just kind of how it goes. But I know Team Canada's probably Dylan Brooks. These guys are not afraid of the United States, but it will be tough to play them earlier on, especially without our front court, without like a Zach Edey and Andrew Wiggins kind of in the lineup for Team Canada. The way the United States has been playing, positive, but Steve Kerr might be getting in people's heads right now in terms of, people getting benched and things along those lines. But frankly, I'm hopeful that Team Canada can push their way to bronze, silver, get one of these medals, because that would be huge for Team Canada basketball program, Olympic basketball and stuff. But I don't know. If we have Jamal Murray, I think this is the X factor in terms of what Team Canada is able to do against the United States. We know RJ Barrett's going to get to the rim, do his thing on that front. We know Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster. Dylan Brooks is going to get under people's skin. Lou Dort's going to play good defense. Dwight Powell will do his best out there in the front court. All those types of stuff. We're going to get killed in low by the United States. But the way Team Canada can get a victory over the U.S., or really any of these teams, right, the stronger performance, the U.S. is really the main competition for Canada right now. I think it's Jamal Murray really stepping up. Again, he's dealing with some injuries right now, I believe, or there's something going on with him. But if, what Andrew Nemhard did in this game versus Spain, if Jamal Murray, because again, Jamal Murray's the more established, the better player right now than an Andrew Nemhard. But if we get either Nemhard or more expectedly Jamal Murray to really go nuclear off the bench for this Team Canada team, I would not be shocked with the level of defense that Lou Dort and Dylan Brooks and even Nickeil Alexander-Walker are playing out there on the wings for this Canada roster, that we can beat anybody. We can come out and we can beat any team if we just stay locked in and get things rolling there. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below about Team Canada's victory. Definitely check out rentals.ca as well. It means the world to me. But you guys are the best. I'm signing out. Cheers.